Good evening. Tonight at 5 o'clock, we're getting a closer look at the reason that Richard Allen's attorneys want to appeal his conviction in the Delphi murders case.
We first got the 113-page document just before noon today. Since then, our Rich Nye has been looking over it. He's been looking at it, and he joins us with a look at what he has discovered. Rich?
A lot to read through and some heavy stuff. Richard Allen's appeal argues that the search of his home was unconstitutional. His prison confessions came under psychological coercion, and lots of evidence in his favor was excluded from the trial. Now, you may remember these previously released photos of Allen before he was arrested and then after he was moved to the Westville Correctional Facility, a state prison. His appeal says that 13 months in solitary confinement was psychological coercion. His attorneys say he lost 45 pounds, was psychotic, and gravely disabled. At the same time, he made multiple confessions to doctors, prison guards, and family that he killed the two girls. He was also drinking toilet water and covering himself in feces, spit, and vomit, and making delusional statements. Defense attorney and former deputy prosecutor Brad Banks reviewed the appeal brief for 13 News.
The more stress somebody's under, the more their circumstances are of such that they're going to have a mental state of insanity or severe depression or isolation. The more susceptible somebody is. Now, what the state's going to say in response, and certainly is a good response, some of these were to his spouse.
Those confessions to his spouse. Richard Allen was sentenced about a year ago to 130 years in prison for the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German in February 2017. The Attorney General typically has 30 days to file a response to Allen's appeal brief, but will likely be granted more time in this complex case. And tonight at 6, we'll look at the evidence about a ritual killing and other suspects that was not allowed at trial, another argument in this appeal as to why it should be overturned.
All right, Rich, so many twists and turns in this case for sure. All right, and this is just the very latest. We'll have more ahead at 6. Thank you.
And we've been covering this case since we first learned of the murders back in 2017.
You can stream the special we created, Justice for Abby and Libby. It recaps all the big events from the case, the arrest and the trial, and the sentencing. It's on our streaming service, WTHR+.
Well, if you take a look at our radar, you can see the rain and wind moving across central Indiana.
That's right. You can see where the rain is falling right now, right on Doppler 13 radar. The good news is it's warm, but it is wet. Angela joins us from the Weather Center tonight with a look at how long the rain is going to stick around. Angela?
Anne-Marie and Felicia, the rain is going to stick around for the next several hours. And you're right, it is warm now. We're in the 50s. However, we're already seeing bursts of snow in the western parts of Illinois. So the cold air is making a comeback. We've got lots to cover on this Thursday. We're going to take you live outside Fletcher Avenue over I-65 near downtown. Slow in both directions, and you can see the rain coming down. We've been keeping an eye on traffic, lots of red on the traffic map, and a handful of accidents as well. So it is going to be slow going with the wet roads. It's windy too. We have a wind gust right now at 40 miles per hour in Muncie, gusting to 31 in Indianapolis. When they get this strong, sometimes we get some isolated power outages. You can see the heavy rain that is falling from Indianapolis approaching Greenfield, south to Shelbyville, into Franklin. Pocket of heavy rain from Logansport south to Frankfort. That line extends south through Greencastle into the western sections of Greene County. The rain will continue to fall, but you can see the bursts of snow in the western sections of Illinois. That's where the colder air is now, and it's coming our way. We'll feel that change overnight, and with the rapid drop in temperature, a flash freeze and a slick start, you're going to need some extra time tomorrow morning. Temperatures in the teens.
And you can track the rain and the weather changes coming after it if you have our live Doppler 13 weather app.
Just check out the interactive radar and the weather blog after you download it.